Welcome, everyone. I am Lisa D'Amico, the curator of Childhood Unmuted, hosted by the Cultural Alliance of Western Connecticut. And I have the pleasure this evening of speaking with artist Debbie Silberberg. Hi, Debbie.
Hi.
Debbie's piece in the exhibit is called The Wanderer. And this, I think, is the only assemblage piece in the whole exhibit. As a curator, I can say that with confidence. Okay, so Debbie, my first question really for you is the photos. You don't generally use photos in your artwork. And did you take these photos?
I did. I blow bubbles. I'm a kid. I blow bubbles. There's a wand and a thing of bubbles on my front porch for years now, and I like to try and catch them. But I started to watch where they went, so I took photos with my iPhone of where they went, and this particular one I just happened to catch on the wand.
It's a great photo.
Thank you. The interesting part about all of this is when I went to print it out, it got this yellowy tone. And then some of the other bubbles that I used in other places got pink tones. So I decided to use them and made wands around the edge using those, what printed out from the bubbles that I took. But the photo in my phone is actually greener than this, but I like the yellow. I thought it like brought out the wand really well, and it was fun to do.
It's almost like divine intervention. Do you know what I mean? Like you process these images and then kind of fate takes over.
Yes, absolutely. And then as most of you know, I guess, everything has to have a piece from my backyard. So what I did was I collected glass and then cut it up and put it around to make the bubbles stand out and crocheted a piece around it. So
it's crocheted.
Yes, yeah, it's actually the chain stitch is the name of the stitch that's crocheted around it and used to make the other ones. So yeah.
Interesting. Because even when because I didn't see this in person, I only saw it, the image on my computer screen, and I wasn't sure what material you used to make the border, and the circle in the center.
Yep, it's more string than yarn, but it's the chain stitch for crocheting.
That's great. Debbie, did you know right away what you wanted to do for this exhibit, or?
I did. It's the bubble thing. I feel like a kid when I'm blowing bubbles, and I like blowing bubbles. And I had taken these pictures already because I was having fun. And then when this one came out, it was like, well, this is the perfect kid one. Like, it's got the one, it's the whole thing, and then in the background is a house. So that to me also was like kitty, we're at home blowing bubbles. It doesn't get any better than that.
No, it's such a basic, charming memory for millions of us.
Mm-hmm.
Because if nothing else, if you had 50 cents, you could buy a bottle of bubbles and entertain yourself and your friends for a very long time. And there is something the way those bubbles capture and break the light.
Yeah, I still find them fascinating. And like, is it going to be rainbow colors? Is this one going to be really big? Is it going to be a whole bunch of little ones? It keeps my attention even now.
Debbie, this piece is so charming. And I have to say, I don't know if you intended for this, but you've put the pieces on wood, and the wood itself, the giant golden, it almost has a feeling of a sun.
I wanted to do the yellow, and I wanted it to be round just like the bubble. That was what I was aiming for. And then I found a really cool color, yellow paint, and it went from there.
And it all came together really beautifully.
Thank you. Thank you. It was fun to do, and I'm honored to be a part of the show because I like this piece and wanted to be able to, you know, be a part of, because I am a kid at heart. And sometimes in real life.
Well, Debbie, thank you so much for sharing your backstory on this beautiful piece that I think we all can relate to. It's just great.
You're very welcome.